Down on the slope, the ocean feels endless, cold, quiet, and older than memory.
Here, even the smallest current draws patterns across sand, like handwriting in the dark.
A rare sight. 4 or 5 giant morays moving together, muscles rolling like living rope. Moray teeth aren't out for show. This is a predator built to grip and never let go.
Up top, steel meets weather. This ship is built for gear work, not comfort. Before the first set, the deck becomes a factory line of rope, steel, and routine.
Uniform bait makes a uniform scent trail, and scent is what pulls predators out of the dark. A sharp hook and strong leader are insurance, because morays fight like teeth with a tail.
The hauler must pull smooth. Deep tension turns small mistakes into broken gear.
This deck is a machine. Tubs, rollers, and hydraulics built to move longline gear non-stop in rough water.
On the bottom, space matters. Every ridge and ripple changes how scent travels.
Setting the long line is controlled release. Too fast tangles. Too slow misses the window.
On the bottom, the long line becomes a quiet path of scent and steel, waiting for predators to commit.
The swell rises, and the longliner holds steady, built for work, not freight.
Bridge isn't enforcement, it's timing, weather, and knowing when to haul.
They don't rush. Morays test the water first, reading scent like a map.
One weak clip can erase a trophy catch in a single violent twist.
Markers float up top, but the real story is unfolding in the black water below.
The bait drifts just enough to whisper, an invitation the deep can't ignore for long.
For now, it are suspense. Predators close in, and the line waits.
Hauling starts with alignment. Get the ship right, or the sea will fight every meter.
The first pull is careful, because deep load builds slow, then hits hard.
Tension changes the bottom. Bait moves, sand lifts, and predators take notice. A moray measures distance with its jaws, not its eyes, closing in by instinct. Contact steel sets, and the moray's first twist sends shock through the line. A moray doesn't sprint. It coils, snaps, and tries to tear free by pure torque.
Each leader is a checkpoint. Inspect fast, move clean, keep the line moving.
Weather starts leaning into the ship, and timing becomes as important as strength.
One bite becomes many. When morays find the scent line, hooks don't stay quiet. Double tension. 2 living cables pulling against one main line in the dark.
On deck, you feel the catch before you see it, through rope vibration and machine hum. Surface breaks into white water, and the line pulls something long and angry upward. At the rail, the moray becomes pure violence, teeth exposed, body twisting like a winch cable.
Landing a moray is risk management. Keep distance, keep control, protect hands.
On steel, the eel turns into a spring. Every coil is power aimed at escape.
Control, unhook, and tank. Fast steps that protect the crew and keep quality high in rough water.
Rebaiting is the heartbeat. Every hook reset is another chance at a giant eel.
Nothing hunts alone down here. Every predator shares the same cold highway of current and shadow.
The wind sharpens, and every rail landing becomes a timing game against the roll.
They track the bait by smell, circling low and close, waiting for the right angle. That hook set is clean. Then the eel answers with a twist designed to break metal. It tries to wedge into rock and sand, but the line keeps moving, pulling it into open water.
Tempo climbs because weather is rising and the line still has teeth on it.
The school closes in, 4-5 morays tasting the current, zeroing in on the bait line.
Under load, rope becomes dangerous, so every move is measured and deliberate.
When the bottom lights up with eels, the line turns into a chain of violent twists.
A moray's escape plan is rotation. Spin until something fails.
Near the surface, the eel turns into a live cable, whipping water and fighting the lift.
Landing is a one-shot move. Hesitation is how hooks tear free or teeth find skin.
On deck, it's pure torque, muscle and teeth fighting every second.
The tank buys control, oxygen, cold flow, and a safer place to hold a dangerous catch.
Storm work is speed with precision, fast hands, calm breathing, zero wasted motion.
Hunger overrides caution, and this bite is committed, and the eel tries to retreat into rock instantly.
Now the ship climbs and drops, and every rail lift becomes dangerous timing.
Salt spray blinds you, but the line still has to move, meter by meter, hook by hook.
At the surface, the swell turns the moray into a battering whip, but the big longliner holds the line steady. You wait for the rise, then pull fast before the next drop steals the landing. On deck, it doesn't flop like a fish. It whips, coils, and snaps like a spring trap.
The tank fills fast, and oxygen becomes as valuable as bait when you're hauling volume in rough seas. Maintenance is catch. One frayed leader is all a twisting moray needs to escape.
Other hunters pass through too. Silent sharks that treat the deep like their backyard. Its instinct is to hide, jam into stone, and twist until the line fails.
Even giants pass overhead. Whales moving like submarines through a world of cold pressure.
In heavy roll, communication is safety. Short calls, clean moves, and the line never stops moving.
That eel fights like a cable under tension, and the big longliner has to keep the leader tight through every surge.
One clean net shot ends the rail chaos. Then the deck battle starts all over again.
You can hear the force in every slam, and this isn't a fish, it's a muscle-driven spring.
Full tanks mean real volume, and now the priority becomes oxygen, flow, and safety.
Protect the bait, protect the set. Washed out bait cost bites in deep water.
In the deep, morays share the water with drifting jellyfish and a cruising shark. Life moving calm and free in the dark.
Small problems become disasters in a storm, so fixes must be instant and clean.
This eel fights like a winch cable in the wind, long, heavy, and impossible to steady.
One coordinated pull, because hesitation is how the hook tears free
or the eel bites back.
The deck becomes a wrestling mat, and the eel never stops trying to coil away. More morays arrive, muscle and teeth drawn in by a trail they can taste in the water.
Another clean hookup, then immediate rotation, testing every knot and swivel.
Even in rough seas, the set continues because the bite window won't wait for calm water.
As daylight fades, the work doesn't. Only the risks become sharper. Under lights, hooks look brighter and mistakes look bigger, so focus becomes survival. The swell lifts the eel like a flag, then slams it down, and the ship has to hold steady. Get it off the rail fast. One slip in this swell and the eel or the hook can turn on you.
Every thrash tests the leader, so the line gets inspected as carefully as the catch.
Now it's volume, tank after tank, controlled by airflow, cold water, and discipline.
The deck never stops producing. Bait in, hooks out, eels up, repeat at full speed.
The bite stacks up, one eel after another, and the rail becomes a non-stop landing zone.
This is the peak. Big seas, dangerous predators, and a deck running like a machine. For a moment, they celebrate, because numbers like this don't happen by accident.
Steel, bait and nerve turn into a mountain of morays on one hard run offshore.
Processing starts with safety. Morays stay dangerous even out of water, so distance matters.
Clean cuts and clean water, less waste, better texture, and a safer cold chain even in rough seas.
Ice is protection, locking freshness in before time, and bacteria can take it away.
With the morays iced and the tank stabilized, the crew locks in the cold chain and cleans down for the run home.
Moray demands careful prep. Clean trimming turns a fierce predator into a clean ingredient.
Simple heat, fast finish, because clean flavor comes from restraint, not heavy disguise.
On the ship, the reward is simple: fresh catch, basic fire, and a few quiet minutes to eat.
In a fine kitchen, preparation is precision. Every cut made to protect texture and shape.
A quick sear builds color while the center stays firm and clean. Controlled heat, controlled time.
The sauce is restrained, enough to lift the dish, never enough to hide the ocean behind it.
Finishing looks effortless, but it rests on brutal work done far offshore in bad weather.
In the end, the storm becomes a memory, reduced to one quiet meal and a clean plate.
Are you finished with your meal, sir?
Out here, the sea resets fast. Only the wake remembers what it tuned to bring giant morays up alive.